Hi there, it's Mr. Smith, and in this video I'm going to go through eCampus and MyMathLab, which is where you're going to spend most of your time in this course. So when you first sign into our course, you'll see the course information here, and there's going to be an announcement which you should receive in your email. And you should read through that. It's going to tell you how to get started in this course. There's 3 videos I would highly encourage you to watch. They'll help you to get off to a quick start. And one of the things it's going to tell you to do is click here on syllabus, and you can watch the video and at the same time go through the syllabus. So print it out and make some comments, highlight the things that are important. If there's anything that's not in there that you're looking for, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I'm here to answer whatever questions you have. The other thing you're going to find, whoops, let's go back. When you click on syllabus, is there's a calendar, and there's a schedule and calendar in the syllabus, but you're also going to find it here. And I think this one's going to be more useful to you. And the reason why is it gives you a feel for how fast you need to be going. So each day you should be averaging about 3 assignments for that first test, and then after that you'll see it's going to be about 2. Remember, this is a 4-week course, so really important that you're staying on track. If you get behind, it can be almost impossible to get caught up. So please work ahead if you can, but don't fall behind. All right, so that's our pacing. It says taking an online course. If you've never taken a course at Dallas College before, you may want to click on this first link, and this is a Dallas College resource that's kind of nice, short and sweet, and may give you some ideas for what you need to do to be successful in an online course. If you want more details, you can click here, and there's 4 other links besides this one here. But just watch your time. Again, it's about 3 assignments a day the first few days of class, so you want to make sure you get off to a good start. So you may want to read a little bit here, but just watch your time with that. And let's move on. Now, MyMathLab or the MyLab Math link, that's where you're going to go most of the time. But let's look at the other things that are here. If you click on Introductions, you can click here and then click here, and you can see my introduction. There's a video here, and this is just a little word introduction. You don't have to make a video. You don't have to put any pictures in. It's really what you're most comfortable with. And I'll be sending out an email. Basically, I want you to do that introduction the first week. Would love to get to know you a little bit, and hopefully you can get to know some other students in the class this session. And then we have a Teams link, and I'll be making groups of about 5 students, and it's really up to you how much you want to use that. Sometimes students really get into it and they get to know each other and they're able to help each other out throughout the semester. Other students kind of work on their own. So that's going to be up to you. If you click on My Grades, that's where I normally will update grades after each test. Email Instructor, if you want to email me, that's the quickest way to do it. You've got a resources link for things like advising, financial aid. So you can kind of click around in here and just make sure you know what's in there. The help button, that's if you need help in eCampus, which is also known as Blackboard. And then learning materials. Now, I don't ever do anything with that, but apparently that's where you can go and you can see all your books for a given session or semester. I think you have to click here, and your screen's going to look different than mine, but that's what I know about that. Tutoring with 1T and office hours. This is where office hours will be held. So they're basically online. I'll create sessions, and you'll just come in at the designated time, which I'll let you guys know soon, and participate in office hours. And this is also where I'll schedule if you want to meet just individually or with a small group. We can do that as well. And then there's a link for the Math Tutoring Center. This is for Brookhaven. You actually have access to use any of the tutoring throughout the district. So at any of the 7 community colleges, whatever's available there, maybe you're more comfortable with another campus, but this is where you would find tutoring through the Brookhaven campus. And I'm not sure if they're doing it on campus at all this summer. That's something you may need to look into, but we are doing a lot online. There's also a link to the division office, but it doesn't currently work, so I may be taking it out or putting in a correct link. You also have information about that on the syllabus. All right, so let's get into MyMathLab or MyLab Math. And the first thing you're going to want to do is click on the browser check, and it'll tell you if your computer can run all the programs or if you need to download any plugins or anything, any software. Once you've done that, you're going to normally go into the assignments link. But let's first look at these others. You have the MyMathLab or MyLab Math Gradebook. So normally this is not quite as accurate as the eCampus grades just because of the settings and the timing of those settings, but still gives you a pretty good idea of how you're doing in MyMathLab. If you click on the e-text, this is your book. And to go to the different parts, you click right here. And then let's say we want to go to chapter 5, you can click here, section 2. And so that's where we're at. You can click on the arrows so you can read through it just like a normal book. There's also videos. These are the same videos that you're going to see as you're doing the lessons before you do your homework. So I'll show you that shortly. But notice that's actually very well done. So you could be going through here, and then when you get here, there's a you try it, and I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's a video. So anyway, you can kind of check that out. For some of you, you may prefer that for learning the lessons, or at least to maybe watch the video and you feel like you need more, you can go to the book and see more problems and practice before you jump into the homework. So that's the textbook. Multimedia library. If you click on that, basically all the videos that you're going to be running into as you're going through the book are available through this multimedia library. So if I want to go to chapter 5, section 3, I can select all. And notice these are all the things that are available to help me master that material in section 5.3. You've got a PowerPoint, or these are PowerPoint notes. You have the textbook, which we were just looking at, and then you have all these videos. All right, so that's the multimedia library. Whoops. Let's get out of here. And then integration support is actually where you'll need to go if you have some kind of problem and you need to contact the Pearson people. They'll have you get the information in this link. Also, if you have any special needs, you can click on accessible resources, and there are some things there that you might be interested in. All right, so now we're ready to get into assignments. So this first link, Transitioning to College and Online Learning, is stuff that Pearson has put together. Those are the people that do MyMathLab. And if you see something on there that you're interested in, you can read it, but just keep in mind you got to watch your time this first week. Getting started, you want to get started on the homework right away. How to enter answers in MyMathLab. If you're really uncomfortable with computers, you probably want to do that. Otherwise, I would say do your homework, which is down here. And if you find yourself having any kind of problems putting in answers, you can go back to this and watch the video there or do the work there. But you can also contact me and I can help you if you're having any problems. And then the other thing you'll see here is the TI-30XS Multi-View Calculator. This is a video that goes through the basics on that calculator. You probably won't need to view that until we get to section 5 or chapter 5. And I also have a copy of this link in chapter 5, but it'll be here for the whole semester if you have any problems maybe with fractions or whatever. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the videos link here. And this is basically all the stuff that's available to help you learn the material for section 1.1. And notice here's the PowerPoint notes, here's the textbook, and these are all the videos. And the ones that say 1T, these are normally going to be the videos of the presentation that I would do for this section in a face-to-face course. So my recommendation is watch this video, then do the homework. As you're doing the homework, these are the videos that you'll see if you click on the help buttons when you're doing the homework. But you can also, it's really up to you. You got to figure out what's going to work best for you as far as how you're going to learn the material and be successful in the course. All right, so let's go to the homework now. And actually to do that, I'm going to go down to section 5.3. So I've already done some of the problems here. Let's go to question 8. Notice this is 5.3. It's due on June 6th, as are all the chapter 1 assignments, or the test 1 assignments. So again, you're going to need to get off to a quick start. Remember, we only have 4 weeks to finish this whole course. So let's go to question 8. It says, express the given terminating decimal as a quotient of integers, if possible, reduced to lowest terms. So this is 56 hundredths, so you could write that as 56 over 100. And let's see, that's 20, let's see, 56 over 100. Reduces to 14 over 25. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 14. I'm going to use my division bar, and then 25. And then down here it says check answer. And notice I got it right. And I'm going to move on to the next question. And notice I got a green check mark. We'll go back. And this tells me I did this problem and I got it correct. Let's move on to the next problem. And again, you can actually click here and you can see all the problems. So here, right as a fraction, this is 525 thousandths. Notice it tells you right here what they're expecting when you put in your answer. So 525 thousandths that's 21 40ths. Now you could also use what we call a template, and but I'm going to get this one wrong. I'm just going to say it's 5/7. And I'm going to check my answer right here. Again, you can't see it, but it's right below here. So I'm wrong, and I'm going to do that 3 times. I mean, normally you'd probably try 3 times with 3 different answers, but let's say you get it wrong. Notice now you get an X. So you can either click on similar question or you can move on to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Notice if I click here, we got a red X on that problem. So what I can do is actually, let's go back to that problem, and it'll give me a new problem. Right below here it says similar question. I'll click there, and now I can do this problem. So this is 225 thousandths, which is 9/40ths. I'm going to use the template this time. 9 over 40. Check my answer, and now we're green. We'll go to the next problem. Notice if I go back, you can see that now I have a red or a green check mark. So if you're willing to, you can literally get 100% on every assignment. If you miss a problem and you're willing to go back and correct it, and you do all the homework, you're going to get 100%. All right, the other thing I want to point out here is the question help button. If you click on help me solve this, it'll help you solve the current problem, and then when you're done, it'll give you a new problem. If you click on view an example, which is what people tend to do, they'll see another example, and then they can come back and do this problem. The textbook, this is how you can access section 5.3 of the textbook. StatCrunch, we're not really going to use. If you click on Ask My Instructor, it'll send me the question that you're working on, and you can ask whatever your question is. This is a great thing that you can do when you're like right before the office hours. You can send me some problems, and that'll just make it go a little bit quicker when we get into the tutoring or the office hour. But you're also welcome to send me questions anytime, and normally I get back pretty quick. And then you can print out the homework, but you got to be careful with that because my understanding is the questions can change, so just be careful with that. You could also have access to videos and other items in here. Whatever's available, this is where you'll find it. And so that's pretty much everything I wanted to share with you. If you still have questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Really hope you have a great semester. I want you to get off to a great start. So if you're having problems, let me know.